අයිබෝන් දුවල පුතාල හැමෝටම ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම Let's Learn Commerce with මිනෝෂ් නානායක කියන අපේ YouTube channel එකට හැමදාම වගේ ආදරෙන් පිළිගන්නවා. අද මම කතා කරන්න හදන්නේ අපේ මේ video series එකේම ඊළඟ part එක. ඒ කියන්නේ අද කතා කරන්න හදන්නේ කොහොමද අපි මේ SOFP එක Statement of Financial Position එක අපි කොහොමද හදන්නේ කියන එක. ඒකට දැන් කලින් videos වලින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගත්තා P&L එකක් හදන steps ගන්න ඕකේ. ඒ වගේම format එක හරියටම කොහොමද P&L එක අපි format එකෙන් පෙන්නන්නේ කියලා. එතකොට අද අපි ඉගෙන ගමු මොකක්ද මේ SOFP කියන්නේ කියලා. right. එතකොට SOFP එකක් අපි කියන Statement of Financial Position. එතකොට මෙතනින් පෙන්නන්නේ business එකේ ඇත්තටම financial position එක. That means in simply this shows you the assets equal equity plus liability that basic accounting equation. එතකොට මේ SOFP එක represent කරන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ හොඳටම දන්න basic accounting equation එක. ඒ කියන්නේ assets okay equal equity plus liability. Right. Now how we are going to show this in this SOFP. right. එතකොට ඇත්තටම මේ SOFP එක හදලා ඉවරුනාම තමයි business එකේ owners ලට idea එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝගේ business එකේ තියෙන position financial position එක ගැන. කියන්නේ assets මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? ඒ වගේම කොච්චරක් value එක කොහොමද assets වල? ඒ වගේම තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝගේ equity එක කොහොමද ඒ දවසට end of the period equity එක කොහොමද ඒගොල්ලෝගේ තියෙන්නේ and also what are the liabilities. right. So if I simply tell you about these things, I know that you already well aware about these three elements of accounting. So assets we usually says the resources owned by the businesses. right. So now these resources if we further explain about the characteristic of the assets we are telling, these are legally owned and controlled by the businesses, controlled by the businesses, and also this arose as a result of a past transaction, and also assets gives you a future economic benefits. Okay, then equity, that is the owner's ownership for the business. Right, that means when we talk about these assets, මේ assets වලින් ownerට belongs වෙලා තියෙන owner belongs assets. owner ගේ ownership එක තමයි අපි equity වලින් කතා කරන්නේ. Then the liabilities is the obligation for the business. The liabilities වල characteristics would same like assets. We say arose as a past transaction. Right, it's a current obligation for a business. The assets are resources for the business and the liabilities are obligations. Like we said, obligation for businesses, they have to pay it off in a one day, soon, or after some time period. Okay, and that's why it says a liability. And when they are settling this, the business cash go out. So it's a cash outflow from the business. Assets, its future economic benefits means it gives them a cash inflow, but liability, it's a future cash outflow for the businesses. Then you already know that assets we further divide into two categories like current and non-current. So you know the difference, right? Okay. So what's the difference between the current and non-current? Okay, it goes with the time period mainly. Current assets are there with the business less than 12 months period. So you always have to keep this in your mind. Now I told you even when we were doing the P&L and SOFP, we talk about this financial period. In accounting, usually a financial period means it's a 12 months period, right? As I told you earlier, it might be a calendar year of 12 months or a accounting financial year, it starts with April 1st and ends with March 31st. But anyway, it's a 12 months period. So this assets also we categorize based on this 12 months. I mean, now current assets means they are with the business for less than 12 months. That means they are quickly turned into cash. As an example, stocks. Right, the stocks means that is the trading stock of a business. Right, now if you do a bookshop, your stationeries are your stock. If you do a furniture shop, furnitures are your stock. So you want to quickly transfer that into the cash, right? So that's called the current assets, right? Not only the stock, you know that debtors and also like other trade receivables, trade receivables are debtors and other receivables, all those things are coming under the current assets. Non-current assets are the assets or the resources, they are with the business for more than 12 months. This is less than, this is more than 12 months period. In the same way you categorize liability as current and non-current. So liabilities, current liabilities means if you are getting only like less than 12 months to settle it off, they are current liabilities. Examples, your trade creditors. So credit periods are usually 60 days to like 30 to 90 days, like that, 30, 60, 90 days, right? So it's not go beyond that. So it's current liability. But if it is a bank loan or another mortgage loan or something, you will get more than like sometimes 10 years, 12, 15 years like that. So they are non-current liabilities. So that's how we are usually categorize these things. Right now when we do the SOFP, like that SOFP format also, like same like the P&L, I mean same in the sense like 3 altogether 4 columns are there, right, the same format, but when we are including when we do the P&L, we include the expenses and the income and expenses we include, and under 2 steps we calculated as gross profit and net profit, we calculated the final profit. Here what we are getting finally, like after you put all the current assets, non-current assets and also the equity and liability, like it should show us that all the assets equal to the equity and liability. That's how it goes, right? Then now the other thing but we have to keep in our mind when we are doing this SOFP, right, in here like we have to list down these assets and also the liabilities according to another very important a concept or important thing, that is called the liquidity. So we list down this based on the liquidity. What is this liquidity stand for? Right, liquidity means, very simple terms, how fast you can convert your assets into cash but without making any losses. So what it means, what is this liquidity? Knowing liquidity is very important because we list down all the assets and liabilities based on the liquidity concept, right? So liquidity means how fast you can convert your assets into cash without making losses. Example, now think about, we'll take 2 assets, right? I'll take one assets represents current. Example, will stay your stocks, right? Now if you are having a furniture shop, the stocks of furniture, right, that is one current assets in a furniture shop. And same in this furniture shop, we'll take another non-current assets, right? Sometimes this furniture shop they have another like equipment, okay, another equipment or another, we'll say another equipment to like if they are manufacturing, they have some other furniture manufacturing equipment, right? So that comes under non-current, right? Okay, so now or not, if not, we'll just take simply a vehicle, motor vehicle they use to deliver their furnitures, right? Now they have 2. I have taken this vehicle, motor vehicle and the furniture stock as the 2 assets. One represent current and other represent non-current. Now what is liquidity? Now when you compare these 2, like this furniture selling shop, right, these furnitures they can quickly turn to the cash. That means ඔගොල්ලෝ sell කරාම furnitures ඔගොල්ලන්ට cash හම්බෙනවානේ. ඒක faster than selling the vehicle. ඔයා use කර ඉන්න බඩු deliver කරන්න ඔයා use කරන vehicle එක ඔයාට sell කරන්න ගියොත් ඒකට ඉස්සලාම හොයාගන්න වෙනවා, ඒක advertise කරන්න ඕනේ. It's a big process. Then negotiations happens. Like so it will surely take more months than you are selling a furniture, because this is your stock, this is what you already do. එතකොට ඉක්මනට cash වෙනවා stocks, vehicle එක cash වෙනවට වඩා. That depend on your business, nature of your business, it's like vary, right? ඒ කියන්නේ in simply liquidity means like if the asset is have high liquidity, you can quickly like convert it to cash. එතකොට අපි කියනවා we have an asset which have 100% liquidity. What is that assets? Cash in hand. Now businesses have cash in their drawers, no? That is called cash in hand. This you don't need to again convert to cash. It's already in the form of cash. So it's having 100% liquidity. Right, now you understood about the liquidity, and I have mentioned something without making losses specially. Why? Because now even this vehicle you can sell for someone quickly if you are selling it for something less than the market price. Now we'll say the vehicle value is 50 lakhs. You have purchased it also for, we'll say, around like 40 lakhs. Now in the market value it's 50 lakhs. But if you advertise that you are selling this particular vehicle for 35 lakhs, now it's 15 lakhs below than the market value. Then you can quickly find the buyers, right? Because it's very profitable for them, no? But you made a loss. So it's not, we are telling that is not the liquidity. Without making losses, you should need to convert into cash fast. Then if so, we'll say it's a high liquidate asset. So this concept you have to keep that in your mind, because when we are drawing our SOFP in that format, we have to list down these things according to the liquidity order. Right, we'll discuss about that format in our next video.